Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and tonight we're talking about xCloud. xCloud on the Xbox Series or the Xbox One and the Xbox like One X. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is fresh off the, somebody that's in the alpha program is talking about this on Twitter, and I thought that this was important just to share this with you so that you can understand. Everything that I read was in Spanish. I had to have it translated on Twitter so that I could kind of understand it a little better, but this is freaking phenomenal. So this, honestly, this puts the final nail in the coffin of the good old PlayStation fanboys that are screaming at the top of their lungs how bad of a system that Xbox Gamepass is. So, yeah, this is going to be about xCloud, Gamepass, and everything that goes with that. So I was reading on Twitter that base Xbox One, like literally the base Xbox One, will be able to use xCloud to stream games directly to that system and give them native 1080p at 60 frames a second. That's pretty freaking big. That's better than that console could have ever hoped to have achieved on its own with the hardware that's in there. That's phenomenal. To be able to play the next gen games at 1080p 60 on a console that you already own, that you bought 7 freaking years ago, that is pretty freaking cool. The fact that this is even a possibility is amazing. Sony wouldn't have done this. If Sony had this technology and Sony was the one that put this out, man, they would be nickel and diming you. They would be making you pay what GeForce Now is going to make you pay, $89 freaking dollars a month for this service. Or is it $89 a year? I don't know. Something. It's pretty drastic. I mean, it sounds pretty freaking bad. But yeah, if this was PlayStation, dude, you wouldn't be getting this technology. No, not cheap anyways. No, man. They would be nickel and freaking diming you. Xbox is bringing this to you with your Game Pass subscription, with your Ultimate Game Pass subscription. So that means $15 a month. You get to stream games directly to your console. You get to download games and play them natively. And it sounds like you'd probably be better off to just stream them if you're going to get 60 FPS as opposed to 25 to 30 FPS on a base Xbox. That sounds pretty freaking phenomenal. Imagine playing Flight Simulator on a base Xbox One at 1080p 60 frames a second, being able to, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. This is like, this is so great. Next gen games on a base Xbox One, being able to run them at 1080p native. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be 1080p native for across the board, but imagine this. You'll be able to sit there and just start streaming a game right from your console and be like, yeah, you know what? I like that. I'm going to go ahead and download the whole thing. So then you download it. That's going to save you so much money just on your internet connection alone from having to download all those freaking games. Like, you'll be able to try them for a few minutes, which is a fraction of the amount that you would have to download that game to be able to see if it's great or see if you want to actually play that. This is going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of money. This is amazing. Like, Microsoft is the most forward-thinking gaming company out there right now to date. The only other people that are in the market, Facebook. I mean, what if Facebook or Google or freaking Tencent or any other company bought this technology or had this technology? You'd be paying for it. You would definitely be paying a pretty penny for this. Maybe not Google. Google might not. Maybe it's a possibility. But the fact that you can run all of this straight to your freaking Xbox, your base console, this is amazing. This is just how Microsoft is going to win this. Like, there's no way they don't win this. They're going to make some waves, seriously. Do I think they're going to dethrone Sony? Probably not, but when it comes down to it, during this console generation, that basically, I mean, whatever Xbox One sold last generation, that puts all of those consoles right there. Imagine if this works on Xbox 360. Dude, if this works on Xbox 360, man, wow. Imagine Xbox 360 getting 60 frames a second at 1080p with freaking 2 generations new games and being able to use that control. Oh my gosh. This is a freaking amazing. Like, just imagine that. I wish I still had my 360 so that I could plug it in and see if this is even a possibility to get. I don't know. They'd have to. Pretty sure they'd have to make an app for it. Oh no, it might be possible. It might be possible. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna figure this out. But if they can do that, that's pretty freaking cool, man. Like, I give props to Microsoft for making this a possibility and making this happen. This is why I believe Microsoft is going to lead this generation more than follow. That's for sure. They came out swinging. Well, no, they didn't really come out swinging. I'm not gonna say that. They didn't come out swinging, but they came out humble. They came out humble, and they're trying to just, hey, man, this is what we go, and this is what we're doing. And they've been pretty true to that word. I mean, I have not really felt one time, except for when they tried to raise the price of gold to double. That was the only time I felt like, oh man, maybe this really isn't the Microsoft they're portraying themselves. But within 24 hours, I'm like, nope, we're not going to have that. We're not doing that. We're not going to destroy the faith that we've already created. And I give them props for that. I really do. I mean, this is the best way forward, and to be able to create an ecosystem this strong, like this is going to have a pretty strong foundation. Bringing all those people that bought Xbox Ones along for the ride without having them have to pay that price to upgrade their system, that's phenomenal. That is freaking phenomenal. You get to play these next-gen games on a base console that you bought 7 freaking years ago. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in. Next-gen games for the low price of $14.99. Let that sink in for a minute. And let that, like seriously, let that sink in. Like, they're going to get at least Xbox Series S stability, 1080p 60 frames a second. I mean, like, if that's, like, say that's what they're going to get at least that on that console. That's pretty freaking great. I mean, literally going from a base Xbox One to an Xbox Series S is going to give you, anywhere from, 900p to 1440p at 60 frames a second. If that base Xbox One could do that, that's freaking phenomenal. That is, man, Microsoft's already got way more consoles out there than Sony. Next-gen consoles or next-gen delivery services that they can play these games on. Like, that's pretty cool. So I don't want to hear the Sony fanboys talking about how bad Xbox Game Pass is anymore, because this right here literally put the final nail in the coffin. I mean, like, Halo Infinite already put that to bed. Forza Horizon 5 already put that to bed. I mean, even Back 4 Blood already put that to bed. Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are getting good quality content with our Game Pass subscription. I mean, and it's starting to come faster and more frequently than it has in the beginning. I've been on Game Pass since the beginning, and this is really starting to roll faster, much better, more content, better content, quicker content. This is great. You're gonna be able to play minimum 500 hours or 50 hours on Forza Horizon, like, easy. You're gonna be able to play minimum 50 hours between Halo multiplayer and the campaign, probably, if you do both. That's pretty good. And not to mention, you don't even need to have Game Pass or Gold to play the multiplayer of Halo. You get to play that experience whether you have that or not. This is amazing. This is pretty great. I really hope that everybody takes this seriously, and like, when you hear somebody saying negative things about Game Pass, put them in their place, man. Seriously, put them in their place. Call them out. Like, what are they doing to make anything better? Are they just sitting there whining? Who cares if they want to spend $70 for their games? Who freaking cares? Who cares if they cherish 10-hour freaking one and done experiences? Like, who cares? They do not get to dictate the future of your gaming with their negativity, man. Like, Game Pass is amazing. Game Pass is solid, and Game Pass has more than enough content to justify your $15 a month investment into it. Like, it really does. It has more than enough content to justify spending $15 a month on that. So yeah, I'm a firm believer. This here just cements that, makes that so much better. To be able to play next gen games on a base console from last generation, yeah, dude, Sony wouldn't have done this for you. Sony would have nickel and dimed you. So If you like this content, you want to see more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Drop something in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this, because this is exciting and this is good news. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one.